Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Let's start with the second chapter of OC. If you are having any doubts regarding this chapter also, you can contact me on my detail. I had mentioned my detail over here. My mobile number is there and my email ID is there. You can contact me on my detail. Let's start with the chapter. Our name of the second chapter is the function of management. If you want to run in an organization, or if you want to run in an institute, these steps, these procedures, these functions we have to follow. If you will not follow these rules and regulations, if you will not follow these functions, these steps, this procedure, if you will not follow in our organization, that means our organization will never be successful. That's why to be a successful organization, these functions of management we have to follow. There are 5 basic functions of management. First is the planning. You only take your example that if you want to start, if you want to build a new house, or if you want to construct a new house, first of all what you have to do. Second example, if you take, suppose if there is a wedding in your house, if there will be any ceremony, any function will be there in your house, what you will do first? You will first plan. Planning means what? Planning means action which is taken in the future period of time. For that we are preparing in the present a blueprint for that. Okay, what we have to do in the what we have to do in the future, how to do it, where to do it, when to do it, what to do it. These all things will be mentioned in the planning. If our planning will be successful, then our whatever goal if you want to achieve, that goal we can achieve in a possible manner. That's why planning is the must. That planning is nothing but the blueprint of our future action. Whatever action we will be taken in the future, that will be done in the plan. Second, this planning can be for a short term period of time, for a medium period of time, or for a longer period of time. Second one is the organizing. Whatever we had planned in the planning, accordingly we have to organize our activity. अभी देखो, आपके घर में शादी है, आपने तो प्लान तो कर लिए, कहाँ से कितने आदमी को दावत देनी है, कितने आदमी, कहाँ से मंडप लेना है, कौन सा कैटरिंग वाला लेना है, कहाँ पर मंडप लगाना है, दीज ऑल थिंग्स, कितना बजट है आपके, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपका बजट कितना है शादी में, दैट विल बी ऑल डिसाइडेड इन द प्लानिंग. अकॉर्डिंगली वॉट एवर यू हैड प्लान, उसके अकॉर्डिंगली तुम क्या करेंगे? ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे. मंडप वाले को मंडप की ऑर्डर देंगे, खाने वाले को खाने की ऑर्डर देंगे, चेयर वाले को चेयर की ऑर्डर देंगे, और दूसरा डेकोरेशन का है, वो डेकोरेशन की तुम उसको ऑर्डर प्लेस करेंगे. दैट इज ऑर्गेनाइजिंग. नेक्स्टली स्टाफिंग. इन स्टाफिंग राइट पर्सन फॉर द राइट जॉब. इफ सपोज अगर तुमने गलत आदमी सही जॉब के लिए चुना, तो दैट मीन्स इट विल बी अ वेस्टेज ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑल्सो, एंड इट विल बी अ वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम ऑल्सो. That's why in staffing, right person should be there for a right job. Nextly, there is a directing. In directing, we are leading, we are motivating, we are communicating, we are instructing, we are coordinating with the people. Then only our people, our employee will feel like that we are the part of the organization. That directing is very much must in the organization. If suppose if we will not direct the employees in our organization, that means our employee will not come to know what we have to do in the organization. And the last one is the controlling. In the controlling, we are evaluating the progress of our project. Whatever we had whatever standard performance we had set in the planning stage, accordingly we had achieved or not in the actual performance. If not, whatever the deviation is there, what is the cause of the deviation is there, we are finding in the controlling stage. These are the 5 stages which we will find in the functions of management, and which is the most important part of the management. If you want to be a successful management, that means these 5 stages we have to be followed. These 5 functions we have to be followed. Next, from here we'll study in detail what is the planning. What is planning? Planning is a process of determination of a course of action to achieve a desired goal or objective. Whatever objective if you want to achieve in the organization, that objective, that how to achieve that objective, we are note down in the planning. कि हमको हमारे फ्यूचर कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन में जो काम करने वाले हैं, उसमें व्हाट गोल वी हैव टू अचीव, दैट थिंग्स वी आर डिटरमाइंड इन द प्लानिंग स्टेज. सी, इन द प्लानिंग रिक्वायर्स एंटिसिपेटिंग ऑफ द फ्यूचर, कि फ्यूचर में हमको करना क्या है, व्हाट वी हैव टू डिसाइड, हाउ टू डू इट, व्हेन टू डू इट, एंड व्हाट टू डू. Okay. Next, there is the importance of planning. Because of planning, the efficiency will be increased in our organization. The productivity will be, the output will be increased in our organization. Secondly, reduce the business related risk. Why we are planning? To reduce the business risk. Whatever risk is there in the business, to reduce that risk, we are planning our project. Nextly, there is a facilitates a proper coordination. In planning, we are facilitating a proper coordination. To whom we have to coordinate, to whom we will give the authority, which department will be responsible, what is the responsibility of the employees, that all will be decided in the planning stage. Nextly, there is a aid in organizing. This stage, planning is providing a aid to the organization. According to the planning, we have to organize our activity. Next, gives the right direction. This planning gives the right direction, what we have to do in the organization and how to achieve that goal in the organization. If suppose if we will not plan and directly if we will start the project in the organization, that means that project will not be a successful anywhere. Because for a successful organization, we have to first plan in the present time for the future course of action. Next, there is a keeps a good control. Because of this planning, we can control our organization how we want to control. Next, helps to achieve the objective. This planning whatever we are planning in the organization, this planning help us to in achieving the objective of the organization. Nextly, motivate the personnel. Because of planning, the employees of our organization are getting motivated. They are recognized. They are having a self-esteem in themselves. Because we are recognizing our employees also in the planning stage. Nextly, encourage creativity and the innovation. Because of planning, we can encourage a creativity, we can create a new things and we can innovate new things in our organization. And the last one is a helps in the decision making. This planning helps us in the decision making. Whatever decision if you want to make in the future course of action, because of planning we can do it. Nextly, there is the organizing. Whatever we had organized, whatever we had planned in the planning stage, accordingly we have to organize. See here the process of bringing the total physical, financial and human resources. Whatever we had planned in the planning stage regarding the physical thing, regarding the financial thing, regarding the human resource, accordingly we have to organize. Accordingly we have to bring in all the resources together and we have to start our work. That is the meaning of organizing. There are various importance of organizing. First is the benefits of specialization. In organizing, whoever is having a specialize in something, directly we can give the work to them. Without specialization, those who are not having any specialization, we can't give them a work, because it is a wastage of time, wastage of money also, and wastage of cost also. Then clarity in working relationship. Because of plan, whatever we had a plan, accordingly we are organizing the activity for. Because of this, that there should be a clarity in working relationship. To whom we had assigning the work, directly we can clarify from in organizing. Nextly, optimum utilization of resources. We don't have to overutilize the resources. We have to use the resources in an optimum manner so that we can achieve our objective in the best possible manner. Nextly, there is a adaptation to change. Because of organizing, our organization can adapt to change. Whatever changes will become in the organization, like regarding the advanced technology, regarding the rules and regulation, we can adapt because of organizing. Again, next is the effective administration. If we will organize our activity, if we organize our resources in a proper manner, then our administration will also run in an effective manner. Nextly, there is a development of personnel. Because of organizing, everyone is getting their specialization of work, so they can develop we can develop our personnel, we can develop our employee in the organization. And the last one is the expansion and growth. Because of proper organizing of the activity in the organization, according to the planning, we can expand our organization and we can grow our organization in the future course of action. Nextly, there is the staffing. Staffing is the most important part of our functions of management. That is, in staffing means what? Staffing is related to human resource. Staffing is related to human resource. If you suppose whatever we had a plan, accordingly we are organizing and accordingly we have to staffing. Staffing means what? Right person for the right job. See here, they had mentioned right people for the right job. That means there are 6 people. From that they had choose a right people. That means right people for the right job. If suppose in the staffing, if you will fill the right person for the right job, that means there will be a minimization of cost, wastage of time will not be there, and we can achieve our goal in the best possible manner. We don't have to much train to that employee also, because they are having and specialize in something, and we are staffing for the right people for the right job. Okay, see here, staffing is the process of filling a position or a post in the organization with adequate and qualified person. Those who are qualified and educated, those who are having a capability, those who are having the ability, for that employee only we can give the chance, and we can fill our position in the organization. Okay, there are various importance of staffing. First is the maximum and effective utilization of resources. Whatever employees, whatever human resources we are having in the organization, we can maximize and effective utilize of that human resource in our organization. Secondly, reduce the cost of production. Suppose if you choose a wrong person for the right job, that means there will be the cost of production will be increases, and if you choose the right person for the right job, that means the cost of production, whatever the product we have to produce in the organization, whatever we have to do in the organization, the cost of the production will be reduced. Nextly, there is a job satisfaction. If suppose the right person will get the right job, that means he or she will be satisfied in her or his job. That means कि अगर समझो मुझे मेरे पसंद की जॉब मिल गई, राइट वॉट एवर आई वॉन्ट इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दैट जॉब इफ आई गेट इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दैट मीन्स आई विल बी सेटिस्फाइड एंड आई विल पुट मोर एंड मोर एफर्ट्स टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. और इफ सपोज जो मुझे चाहिए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, वॉट एवर आई वॉन्ट इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इफ आई विल नॉट गेट अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट, दैट मीन्स आई विल नॉट पुट एफर्ट मोर एंड मोर इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. जस्ट मुझे काम करना है, मतलब करना है, इसीलिए आई विल डू द वर्क इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Next, there is for meeting the present and the future needs of the employee. See, every employee in the organization want a job for the present need also and for the future need also. If you put the right person for the right job, his mind will also be relaxed on the working environment, or he will be feel relaxed also, and he will be satisfied also, and because of that he can satisfy his present need also and for the future needs also. And the last one is for maintaining a coordination among the employee. Obviously, if you will put the wrong person for the right job, that means there will be no coordination in the organization. For be a coordination in the organization, there will be no conflict in the organization if you will put the right person for the right job. Next, there is a directing. Directing means what? Directing means Directing means what? To instruct, to guide, to motivate, to communicate, to coordinate the employees who are working in the organization. Who will provide the direction? The superior will provide the direction. They will look after the subordinates in the organization, and they will supervise the organization. They will supervise the employees. If there will be no proper directing in the organization, that means employee will never come to know what we have to do in the organization. And if suppose there will be a proper directing in the organization, the employee will get the direction what we want to achieve in the organization, and what we have to do in the organization, what is our responsibility in the organization, and how to determine the goal and how to achieve that goal in the organization. If suppose the superior will not motivate the employee will not put the efforts to achieve the organizational goal. There are various importance to be a successful organization. There should be a proper directing in the organization. There are various importance of directing in the organization. First, the initiate action. What the employees have to do in the organization, that because of directing it has been initiate the actions. Second is the increased productivity. Because of proper directing, the productivity of the organization has been increases. Nextly, there is a supervision, motivation, leadership, and communicating effectively. Because of directing means what? To supervise the employee, motivate the employee, lead the employee, and communicate the employee. If suppose these things will be done in the proper manner, the organization can achieve a goal in an easiest and the possible manner. Nextly, there is a achieves organizational goal. Directing, because of directing, the organization can achieve the whatever the predetermined goal has been set in the planning state. They can achieve in the best possible manner, because they are directing. In the directing state, the supervisors are directing to their subordinate what they have to do in the organization, and accordingly they are moving towards the goal. Nextly, coping up with the change. This, if suppose if there will suddenly change in the organization, like technological change or any business environment, business related, any changes will be there. Because of directing, the employees can cope up with the change, whatever the change will be happening in the organization, they are directly coping with us. So, and the last one is the stability and the balance. If suppose if you'll provide a proper direction to the employee, the organization will be stable for a longer period of time. The employee will be having a stable for a longer period of time, and the organization will have a balanced activity. And the last one is the controlling stage. Controlling means what? Here we are actually calculating the performance of our organization. Okay, whatever we had said in the planning stage, what we have to achieve in the organization, accordingly we had achieved or not, that things we are looking into the that things we are calculating in the controlling stage. And accordingly for the future course of action, we are taking the action. Why that deviation has been come, why we had not achieved the goal according to the planning stage. So whatever the difference is there, we are taking the action, we are taking the course of action in the controlling state. See here they had mentioned it is the right thing happens in the right way and at the right time. Okay, so this is the actual meaning of controlling. In the controlling state, the standard performance versus the actual performance, the deviation between, if there will be a deviation, if there will be a difference between, accordingly we had achieved the standard actual performance has been achieved according to the standard performance or not. If not, why we had not achieved according to the standard performance. So, and in the future course of action, we are taking the action against them so that we can deviate that difference. And there are various importance of controlling. First is improve the employees' motivation. Yes, obviously because of controlling, if they are controlling the activity, that means the motivation of the employee will be improved. Nextly, there is ensures order and discipline. Because of controlling, because they know our performance has been evaluated in the organization, accordingly the employees in the organization, they are following the discipline, they are following the rules and regulation, and accordingly they are working the organization. Nextly, there is a facilitate, coordinate and action. Coordination in action. Controlling helps in coordination in the action. Why? Because every department will come to know what we have to do in the organization and how to achieve the goal in the organization. We are having a evaluating performance at the end of the project. So that's why there will be a coordination in the organization. Then it helps improving the performance. Obviously, because of controlling, if there will be no controlling, if you will not measure the performance of every project, that means the employee will not put more and more efforts in the organization. If you want to improve the performance of the organization, this controlling is very much important. It helps the minimizing the error. Because of controlling the error activity has been minimized, because no one is thinking about the error. They always every employee will think about the perfection in the work. So that's why there will be a minimization of error because of control. Then helps in achieving the organizational goal. This controlling will helps in the achieving the organizational goal. Whatever the organization want to achieve the goal, they can achieve because of controlling. And nextly, there is a judging the accuracy of the standard. Because of controlling, they are judging the accuracy within how much time they had achieved the goal of the organization, how much time has been taken for a particular project. And the last one is making an effective use of resources. Because of planning, the use of resources will be in the best possible manner. There will be no wastage of resources, so that the organization can achieve a goal in the best possible manner. Here we had come to an end of this chapter. If you have any doubt regarding this chapter, you can contact me on my contact detail, or you can contact me on my mobile number also, or you can contact me through my email address also. Thank you very much.